Welcome back to West Brom Fan TV. Now today's another prediction video. Game week 7 of the Championship. It's flying by already 7 games in. Crazy to think. Before I start the video off, I just want to say thank you for all the support. Hitting 10,000 subscribers. It's massive. Me and Connor have been talking, don't worry. There'll be a subscriber special. Me and him are going to do some content. We've had a few ideas. Might even put a vote out, a poll on Twitter and see what you guys want. Because, yeah, we've had a look around, been doing a bit of magpieing, some ideas, some of our own ideas as well. And, yeah, there's a few things that we thought would be bloody brilliant to do a video for. But, yeah, let's get started. Last week, I did shocking, as per usual. So, don't really want to talk too much about that. Don't really want to talk about it at all. Got the specs on this time, just to, look a little bit more intellectual when I'm doing it, even though I am absolutely abysmal at predicting games. So let's start off. Friday night, Plymouth Argyle versus Luton Town. Plymouth were the best team that have came to the Hawthorns all season. They were the first team to come at us. They look really good, to be honest. And saying that, we still could have been 3-0 up at half time, but they put a bit of fight in. They seem like they've got something about them, I guess, really. Look like they've definitely got enough to stay up. A lot of people have wrote them off. I don't think so. Luton as well, back-to-back wins for them. 2-1 against Sheffield Wednesday, coming back from 1-0 down in that game. Obviously, their confidence is going to be brimming high. Travelling to Home Park, though, it's not an easy place to go. Saying that, I had a bit of stick for my prediction from a certain viewer who I know very well last week. Hello, Phil. So I'm going to go for it. Why not? Plymouth Argyle 1, Luton Town 2. I know. I'm finally predicting you to win for once. Right, off to Evil Park, early kick-off on the Saturday. Blackburn take on QPR. Blackburn drawing 0-0 in a very tasty, very bitey Lancashire derby. Don't know what his Asmaic was doing in that game. Crazy bloke. And he's sure to get a lengthy ban. Naughty boy. Halloween's coming up, but, doesn't mean you can start biting people, man. QPR, on the other hand, like I said, they've been okay, but they can't seem to get consistency with wins or anything. They're just very meh. They're just very, very meh. Yeah, that's the best way to describe them. Just draw central. Meh. So saying that, I think that Blackburn are going to continue a little bit of rocky patching form. They're going to draw 1-1 to QPR. QPR are going to continue to draw. So yeah, no shock there. Next up is Derby versus Norwich City. Now, Pride Park seems like a fortress for the Rams this season. They only lost 1-0, saying that, away at Sheffield United, which is a tough game. So they've done pretty well to keep the damages low. Norwich with a big win as well against Watford, 3-1, I'm pretty sure it was, which is fantastic for the confidence in that cap. Carrow Road is a hard place to go. I looked at a stat the other day. They haven't lost there for a long bloody time. But saying that, this is why they are not meeting fans' expectations. They're not winning on the bloody road. And I think they're going to come up short again because, like I said, Pride Park is rocking at the minute. They've just came back up to the Championship, and that is the place. That's their stomping ground. They're going to be getting results there. 2-0 to Derby County. Next up is the Baggies. So we take on Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. Top stadium, top fans, a lot of respect for the club. Sheff Utd have been a bit rocky, really. They've lost this weekend to Luton. The game which they were leading, a red card as well. So, yeah, not all going too well. Everyone thought they were going to fly after an opening day thrashing of Plymouth, but they've just seemed to be a bit slow after that. West Brom, on the other hand, we've been fantastic, to be honest. I don't really need to talk too much about that because obviously we've got vlogs on this channel. You can see all our fantastic performance if you want, any time you like, and all my pessimistic predictions that seem to be proved wrong every week. And yet again, my pessimism is coming out in this video. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I know, I am so boring. Finally, moving on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we got Hull City taking on Cardiff. Two teams that have been disappointing, one a lot more than the other. Let's start off with the more disappointing one, Cardiff City, sacking their manager. Only 1 point so far this season. They've been as dull as dishwater. Absolute boring to watch. Hull as well have been pretty stinky. Saying that, they did win last weekend, finally on Friday night. I'm pretty sure it was a Friday. Let's just say it was a Friday. It was a 3-1 win against Stoke. Casey Palmer in the goals. Thought he was a top signing and he seems to be delivering. Saying that, I don't think they'll carry on. I think it's going to be the absolute whiffer of the week. I always have one of the predictions. I want to go for the 0-0 to be at Hull against Cardiff. Next up is a very tasty game. Leeds United taking on Coventry City. Leeds a big 2-0 win against Cardiff. Like I said, the team I was just talking about, who are a wounded animal. But saying that, all credit to Leeds, they got the job done and they were very, very convincing. Coventry, on the other hand, they are the opposite at the moment. They've been awful. Every week I back them to win and they just can't get the job done. They can't finish their dinner. It just seems that all the fans' expectations and all that has got to the players' head and they don't know what to do. I think any calls for Robbins out, though, is horrendous because the guy has literally built the club up from down in League Two all the way up to a solid Championship outfit. As much as they're not performing at the minute, those performances will come. Coventry always start a season slow and that will continue here. I'm sorry, Cov fans, I'll back you every week. I'm not backing you again. I'm going for Leeds United 3, Coventry City 2. Nice exciting goal fest at Ellen Road. Next up, Middlesbrough taking on Stoke City at the Riverside Stadium. Middlesbrough starting to slightly improve, I'm guessing. Okay, they've got some top players in their ranks, a great striker. But another team that do just tend to start a little bit slow. Stoke, on the other hand, are... God knows what's happening with Stoke, to be honest. They brought in a Spanish manager, copying West Brom QPR. And it didn't really work, to be fair. They were pretty poor against Hull, I thought. And I think that Riverside atmosphere is going to get under them Stoke players' skin and they won't be able to cope with it. 4-1 to Middlesbrough against Stoke City. That's my banker for the weekend, I think. Next up, the Den. Horrible place to go as Millwall take on Preston North End. 1-1 draw at the weekend against draw specialist QPR for Millwall. They've been very Millwall-ish. Millwall have pretty boring the last 2 games. Saying at the start of the season with loads of goals, but yeah, like I said, they're not really getting a consistent run going or anything at the moment. Very, point here and there, a bit stop-start. But yeah, Preston, on the other hand, they got a big point against Blackburn, who've been flying at the start of the season. Ismajic may be banned for this game after absolutely nibbling one of the Blackburn players' back shoulders off. Bit strange, to be honest. I don't know why you'd do that. Saying that, I was a weirdo and I used to buy my Xbox controllers when I was angry on FIFA back in the day, so how can I talk? Anyways, enough of my childhood anger issue antics on FIFA. Let's get to the game. Let's go with the boring 1-0 Millwall. Next up, Oxford versus Burnley. One of the best home sides in the league in Oxford. Been ploughing out some results at the Kassam Stadium. It seems to be a horrible place to visit. The pigeon nest, as we've seen from the video on Away Days channel. But they can't get it done on the road, Oxford. So, a bit like Derby County, really. Another promoted team that are just relying on home results. Burnley, a big win, again, following up their result against Leeds with a win against Portsmouth. It was pretty late, but they got the job done. That's all that matters, really, at the end of the day. 3 points from the board, 3 points from the board. Doesn't matter if the goal goes in, off you willy. If you win the game, who cares? Score predictions for this one, I think these two sides are going to even each other out. I'm going to say a 2-2 draw at the Kassam. Next up, Portsmouth taking on Sheffield United. Portsmouth have been pretty... they seem like they've got quality about them, but they're lacking a bit of confidence, you get what I mean, and a little bit of solidity at the back. And the team they're facing is going to be a tough test as well. Sheffield United, they've been flying, they've been pulling out some results left, right and centre. They seem like they can get the job done, and they've got some exciting players in Callum O'Hare, Kiefer Moore, just some proper classic Championship names who have been quality season on season. Great signings from them. Saying that, this is my little shocker of the week. I think Portsmouth are going to finally get a win. I'm going to go with 2-1 to Portsmouth. Yeah, I know. Bite my head off all you want. I think it'll happen. Next, Watford taking on Sunderland. Watford started the season like whoosh, like a rocket, and they've kind of trajectory down a little bit. Saying that, they've had some tough games, to be honest, against Sheffield United, and obviously a tough visit to Watford. No, I mean not Watford. A visit to Norwich, because no one likes playing at Carrow Road. They just always churn out results there, and draw against Cov. So a little bit of a slow point, nosedive type thing. Sunderland, on the other hand, they picked up a big win in the derby, which isn't a derby. Who knows if it's a derby or not? Sunderland, Middlesbrough. Some fans say it is. Some say it isn't. I don't know. I'm just going to sit on the fence as I always do. But yeah, they're the team challenging Albion at the minute. They've been decent. They've only lost one game. A little bit of a lapse in concentration, I guess, really, in their push to get promoted finally. They're a massive club. And I don't think Watford are going to have enough to even hold them at bay, to be honest. I think it's going to be Watford 1, Sunderland 2. And onto the ding-dang-do derby of the weekend. I think it's the 7-side derby, if I'm wrong. Hit me in the comment section. It's Swansea City take on Bristol City. Swansea have been all right, I'd say. They've been relatively impressive. They just seem to grind out results at the moment, especially at home. A lot of 1-0s, which just shows they're getting a bit of consistency. Obviously, Luke Williams is a decent manager. I think he's finally getting these players to gel. And they're performing, I'd say, above expectations. Bristol, they're just being Bristol, aren't they? Mid-table. Bloody boring, honestly. Saying that, I was used to watching West Brom play Pulis ball in the Prem, so can't really call them boring. We were just as boring back in the day. But my prediction for that game will be 3-1 to Swansea City. They're going to carry on that momentum. Potential playoff push, I think, Wouldn't put it past them. They're a good club, the Swans, a great fan base, and I have a little bit of a soft spot for them. So let's wrap that up there. There's my predictions for the weekend. Kept it a little bit shorter for you guys. And yet again, thank you for the subscribers and the support on the channel. It's fantastic to see. We love it. It's just, you have me and Connor a proper buzz, and I am proud to be a part of this channel. I'm loving every minute of doing these videos. Obviously, I think you guys know by now, it's not about money or anything like that. We don't earn a lot of money from doing this. We just do it for the love of the club, and we always will do it for that, because we want, I guess, to create good quality content that shows what a good club we are and puts our fan base in a nice, a good light, I guess. And we will continue to do that. We're just going to try and expand the video ideas a bit more now and get a bit of different content. But yeah, nothing's going to change. Still, videos are going to churn out, and we're going to try and keep the content as high quality as possible. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to bore you and become too soppy. But like I said, I love being a part of this channel, and hopefully this progression and this support continues, because we're loving it at the moment. It's so nice, especially when the friends that I've met through doing this. To be fair, most of you guys who watch these videos, I've met, but a lot of you who I've met in person, I consider a friend now. So yeah, it's crazy, and I do love doing it. And thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And for that soppy stuff, I want to take these specs off because this is the real me, and I want to get some sleep because it's very late. Up the Albion, come on you baggies, come on.